Alright, welcome back, folks, to some more Griftlands, where we are probably gonna be doing a little bit of everything in this episode. We're gonna start by convincing Brill here to be on my side. Brill is a worker working under Uni, I think. You wouldn't want Brill's job, but then, neither does Brill. And he works for Uni, I think, and Uni is our target. We want her to stop working here, basically. Let's see if we can get Brill onto our side. You've returned. I noticed you're talking to Uni. What's going on? That doesn't seem like any of your business. Maybe I can help you out. Let's talk about it, eh? He is defensive. Gains 3 composure whenever Saul creates a new argument. Okay. He doesn't want to listen to all my jibber-jabbering, but I'm gonna create a lot of arguments, though. Just pounding him with argumentation. That's my thing. This one became free. That's great. Can we get influence up and running before we pop it? No. Unless... Is there influence to gain in here? That'll be a no. Alright. Reflection of Clarity is not what we want to run either. We can draw cards with the Brainstorm, which I think I want to do. And he's damaging me for 5. Yeah, let's go like this. Brainstorm. Here's the deflection that we needed. DPO can also gain influence, which is quite good. And then damage equal to half of your influence to a random opponent argument. But then, when I create the influence argument, he will immediately gain composure. I suppose that's unavoidable. It's fine. Yes. Then we still have enough for the fast talk. We'll draw a card and see what that is, and then we can still play the deflection to only take 1 resolve damage. But right now it's looking like 1... Oh, we have the boosted panel instead of the deflection if we want it. Yes. So let's go that route. Complement. Gain 2 influence, then deal damage equal to half of your influence to a random target. Yes. Random opponent's argument. He'll get... Yeah, half of my influence is 1, so he gained 2 composure. Well, 3 and then lost 1. Then we fast talk at him for maximum damage, which is what the influence does. Giving him down to 1. We got the recall in hand. Perfect, except... I can't afford it. Oh, that was a bad draw. Because I want to play the recall, but then I can't do the boosted pedal. If I play the recall, we take 4 resolve damage. Yikes. If I don't play the recall, we don't get it for a while again. Well, that's not true. I mean, we are drawing a lot of cards. Yeah, I'm gonna do boosted pedal though. Play it safe. We'll just get rid of this deflection of clarity. We won't need to get the restore, resolve in this encounter. It's fine. Save that for later. He created a new argument. Suspicion. Stacks 2. Diplomacy cards deal -1 damage with a minimum of 1 damage. Reduce suspicion by 1 at the beginning of Bill's turn. Okay, that's bad for me. It goes away on its own. Resolve is 4 on that one, so we would need to attack with more than 4 diplomacy cards before the next 2 turns in order to make it worth destroying first, is my argument here. Yeah. He's attacking the influence. We only have 1 composure thing. Spend 1 influence to deal an additional 6 damage here. So we could do that, and then we get rid of the influence already? No, we don't. Okay. Well, I want to defend the influence for sure, but this one draws me a card. So let's just do it in this order. Yeah, we lost 1 influence, it's fine. Fast talk on him to draw a card. Oh, we can gain 3 composure, but that's not on the main argument. No, I need to protect the influence. Yeah. And then we have a thing that makes cards free every turn, and this turn it was a threatened, so let's just fire it off into the ether, and we will keep the influence and take no damage, and everything is fine. Alright, he's doing something in 2 turns. That's what's happening here? Yes. And he's also doing something next turn, a new argument. And another argument in 2 turns. He's doing 4 damage. And will apply composure to a random argument in 1 turn. Okay. Yep. Enhanced Entreat. Very good. We need to generate more influence, and we can. And it builds composure on the influence, which is perfect. We can also make it gain more XP in the same motion, and I would like to build more XP on this rapport here. Indeed. Very good. Oh, but this is not going to work out, is it? No, it's not, because he's about to destroy the influence totally. And I can't protect it any more than we already are. Oh, too bad. But let's just go all in on him. I think we can even... Can't win this round. We won't take any damage. We can spend... You know, we can... Like, we won't be able to do anything with the buying time, but we will get XP on it for playing it, and so I'll just get rid of it. Oh, that destroyed the influence. So now we are taking the damage directly on our core argument. I did not think that through. This is the first time I see this kind of interaction. Fair enough. I misplayed that. And then we have what here? Bone Tired. When destroyed, Bill loses 9 resolve. Alright. For 3 resolve to this one. And so yeah, that would end the combat. Let me see. We don't have XP loss yet. We can recall and then boosted pedal for no damage. So we don't want to end the fight. We can level recall and brainstorm and something next turn as well. Recall, get that online. Then brainstorm to get XP on that one. That one was free. We got a deflection here which needs to be leveled. Good. Now he got more composure for me creating an argument. That's fine. But can we defend ourselves even more? Yes, with a boosted pedal we can. Yeah. So let me do that. Destroy... this one. Alright, and that was always our actions. I would have liked to level the evil eye a little bit, but we can't. So it's fine. End the turn, yes. Real is getting impatient, yes. Which I think means we only have 1 turn left with XP. 5 resolve on this one, and it's taking 7 damage over here, which means that 2 will overflow. We have 1 composure, so we're taking 1 resolve damage right now, but we can finish it if we want. Let's brainstorm for the XP. Nothing else here that needs or gains us XP. Boosted pedal will draw us a card. We get the evil eye, and then we can get double damage on the threatened. We just destroy the Bone Tired, and then he is defeated. Very good. Let me upgrade cards first. Build rapport. Gain 3 influence instead of 2 influence, and then apply 3 composure to it. So 1 more influence, or gain 2 influence and apply 3 composure to it. Ambush. No, that's not. That doesn't make sense. I want it then over here. Well, no, this kind of does make sense, doesn't it? Because if we draw cards that spend influence in the first turn and don't have any influence, it's really bad. So this is actually a great way to make sure that we get influence early in the negotiation. The only thing is that the free composure applied to it is kind of useless in the first turn. You would want to have the influence argument already running when you get that composure onto it, which is kind of a weird interaction of this card in reality. I like the ambush thing though. Let's get that going. And we have a threaten upgraded. We can get it removed from the deck entirely by getting the Threaten of Clarity, which also comes with a high strength on it. I'm going to do that to thin our deck a little bit. Perfect. Alright, and then we can justify putting in another card, I think. Lead says lose 1 influence, but then it's a free play. This one here. You beg them. And then we can get rid of that influence loss or upgrade the strength on it. I see. Level the playing field. Gain 2 vulnerability on ourselves, but all cards deal +2 damage this turn. Interesting. And there's the diplomacy card. Erupt. Attack a random enemy argument. Evoke. Play 4 hostility cards in a single turn. Ah, this one's unplayable. So, evoke. Once per turn, play this card for free wherever it is when the specified requirements are met. And that would be play 4 hostility cards in a single turn. Which we obviously are not going to do. We're doing diplomacy all the way. We only have 3, so it's impossible for us to even use this card. It'll be plead or level the playing field. We have a lot of draws ongoing, so I think a free card is pretty good. When we lose 1 influence, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal, but the level of the playing field is also cool. Let me think. Do we do enough attacks? No, I think we're gonna get a free card. Build the Brill. He's not called Bill, but it's so close. Brill deflates. Alright, here's the deal. Brill explains that Uni isn't who they claim to be. Really? Is that so? Well, could you elaborate on that, sir? Okay. That was very... we can buy cards from you? Negotiation card. Admiralty Intel. Gain influence. Destroy after 1 use. These are also items. For 3 cards, destroy after 1 use. All of them are destroy after use. But hit all enemies in battle with a Lumen Grenade. Yeah, very good, very good. Lots of damage. Admiralty Requisition. Draw 3 cards. Oh, that's the same one. No. Attack or convince. Oh, -20 resolve has obtained blackmail information. Well, obviously we're doing the resolve battle then. And you've got the, at the start of the turn, insert the planted evidence argument if one does not already exist. Alright. And that's fine. So we are gonna be murdering you. Defeating you with argumentation and stealth. 10 resolve is nothing. Let me play this perfectly though. If we could get away with it. We don't have any way to build composure again except for the deflection of clarity, which I know we need the healing, but we can get it in other ways. I'm not keen on using it. This one does not give me... This one does not give me composure either. But hear me out. Gain influence 2 here. Plead will then deal 3 damage. We can deal... Spend 1 influence, deals 2 bonus damage and hits all enemy arguments. That's 5. 3 and 5 plus... Haha. Then 1 to 4. And if it rolls a 1, then we don't get to defeat her this turn. So we could open with the threaten in reality and then see whether that does what it needs to do or whether we need to go another route. Sure. 3. Alright, so we have to kill, or the winning argument, I should say. Boom. Turn 1 kill or defeat. Pick the negotiation card. We have the Erupt again. We'd like to get an Invoke like this one for diplomacy cards. That sounds really cool. Improvise a card from your discard pile, which helps us go through the deck so it doesn't actually fill up. From your discard pile is also kind of interesting. Specifically, if we play it on turn, have this one on turn 1, right? You play one card. There's only one card in your discard pile now. Then you play Ergo, which means that you can guarantee get that same card back. So you can play the same card twice, which is kind of cool. Tactical Mind. Gain. Draw one extra card at the start of your turn. Expend. What? Click that. How fast can I click it? That fast. I don't even know. That's perfectly placed into our whole negotiation strategy, which is basically fast talking is my negotiation strategy. This is talking fast, running through tons of cards, and yeah, filling my deck just Alright, you need deflates. I'll do as you say. I just hope someone else picks up the torch. What torch? Hello, Saul. And he stayed out of it, which helped, I suppose. Alright, we did it. Easy. Let me go and pick up Hixbury. Ah, we got intercepted. Wandra stops you. Sparks Baron security guard. You're the one who killed my friend Desix. That's right. What about it, eh? I can just kill her. Ooh, but she's got help. Oh, I can't. The little icon. Oh, that just means that she's hated, right? So if I kill her, do we get rid of the social bane then? Eh? We can pay her for her loss 300 shills. We can try to intimidate her, apparently. And that would get rid of her, but look at that. She gets plus 20 resolve on this because she hates me. But you can't die from losing a negotiation, and you can absolutely die from losing a fight. And she's got 3 characters versus my 1. Last time we fought 3 characters where one of them was a combat drone, we had a party member throwing bombs at them. This is way different. Alright. Yikes. I think I want to try to convince her we can always cut our losses and try and go for the fight instead. But I don't want to take that fight, so this is how we're gonna do it. This is getting tough now. This is a consequence of me killing Desix in that other fight. Isn't that interesting? If I had chosen not to do it, we would not have had this very, very difficult fight coming onto our hands now. So I got greedy early and killed the guy. Murdered. Murdered is the technical term. And now we are getting punished for it. But of course, if I can then beat these guys, then there's more rewards waiting. What do I get if I kill Wandra, eh? Another shock core. By the way, we have shock cores in our deck to murder her with. Yeah. Listen to that voice, it'll be the last time you hear it. I'm gonna try to convince her. Because I would rather not win end the run. I have a feeling like we could beat them in combat, but I also have a feeling like we could end up losing it, and we can. What is this? Intimidate. This effect is added to your opponent's arguments. Intimidated. Hostility cards deal an extra 1 damage. Remove 1 stack when you play a non-hostility card. Oh, fascinating. At the end of your turn, incept to intimidated. This is really, really good if you're running a hostility deck. So here we see a downside of me running the diplomacy deck. For the first time, I feel like I'm really getting punished for not running the diplomacy. I'm sure there's something similar for the other end of the spectrum. So we don't want to use the Burden of the Clarity right now. We want to wait until we've incepted a few of those. Yeah. What is this? What? At the start of Wander's turn, steal 1 card from Saul and hold it hostage. Oh, you silly goose, Wanderer. You don't even know. She steals card from me, thinning my deck. Means I shuffle my deck a whole lot more, right? For my graft. So at some point I'll just be shuffling my deck every turn, dealing 3 damage. And Tactical Mind here will allow me to draw one extra card at the start of your turn every turn. Yes, please. Think of it this way. Of course, this is an argument that can be destroyed, which is important to note about all these passive abilities in negotiations. I really like the negotiation system is so different from combat. So similar and yet so different, and it like feels like a completely different minigame, but not like a lesser minigame from combat. Usually in other games, combat is like the big thing, and then you have all sorts of little boring minigames. This is like an entirely different combat system, and it's honestly, I'm not sure which one I would say was the better one, but the negotiations are at least equally as fun and interesting as the combats are. Alright, enough talk. We are gonna do the initial rapport, absolutely. Build more arguments. I see you're a person of caliber. I'm not reading these snippets of text in the combats, but maybe I should, or in negotiations, I should say. Alright, this is perfect. Stone fast talk gives me free composure and maximum damage, and now we're taking no damage. So now we can do whatever we want. I should have played the evil eye then. But I'll do diplomatic instincts. I will spend one influence. No, let me up our with a little compliment here. Hey, look at that guy. Hey, gain 2 influence and deal damage equal to half of your influence to a random opponent argument. That'll be 2, right? Because we have 2 already. Now we're going up to 4, and this will give me some influence to spend in the coming rounds. This was a really good first turn. What do we have here? She's building some arguments too. Intimidate. Stolen. Oh, she stole the Intimidate, which is the worst card I have. Lovely. Appropriated. When this is destroyed, all cards are returned to Salt hands. Salt gains 2 vulnerability. Salt gains 2 vulnerability, which I absolutely do not want. But I would get the Intimidate back, so right now we are not interested in it. But it's also really cool. All cards are returned to Salt's hand. So at some point when she's got all the good cards, I destroy this argument and then we fill our hand with lots of cool cards. What is this? All business. Wander gains 2 composure for each hostility card you draw. Okay, so now she's rewarding herself for me getting his hostility, which we've decided that I don't have a lot of that, but of course I have these Intimidates now. So I can expend them with my back pedal, by the way, which is also really nice. Brain Gills, is this? We can recall here. Whenever you expend a card, draw 1 card, then expend. Yes, so we draw 1 immediately. Oh, we get the buying time as well. Perfect. So then we expend the Brain Gills here. Then we got the boosted pedal for blocking damage up here, destroying an Intimidate. We drew an Intimidate, giving her more composure. Too bad, too bad. Alright, buying time is cool, but we won't need it. Isn't that interesting? There's nothing... There's not enough to spend actions on. We will draw 1 card for you spending the buying time. But that's not really worth it. Lose 1 influence here. Maybe we don't really want to do that. Oh, we can destroy the all business thing here, which is, I think, is good. We lose 1 influence, but oh well. Now we have 3 influence. Yeah, that's the little X3 up here. The 2 down here is the resolve on the card, or the argument. Okay, and then might as well play the deflection. It's gonna level the card. The Intimidates here have had the negative effect of filling my hand, which was bad enough. But we got rid of one of them. Now she's intimidated. Card stolen, Visionary Fast Talk. That was bad. Okay. Oh, we can destroy the individual appropriations. Interesting. And we have a card somewhere in our discard right now that deals 2 to all enemy, or like an amount of damage to all enemy arguments, right? So that's gonna be great at that point. What is this? Strawman. When this argument is destroyed, gain 3 vulnerability. So she gave that to me. Recall taking 1, and influence is taking 1. We can brainstorm, which will draw me 3 cards and then shuffle my deck. This is bad if it destroys an appropriation that I don't want to get rid of. It regained 2 vulnerability, right? And I believe that that means that since it has 2 stacks on it, I will take all resolve loss is increased by 2 instead of 1, and especially then if there are multiple of them. Scruple over here, when destroyed, Wonder loses half of their resolve. What? What the frick? I mean, okay, that's insane. When she's got 45. Okay. Promoted thinking. And we're gonna do the brainstorm, absolutely. Shuffle my deck. It destroyed a random 1. It gives me 2 vulnerability, but which is just 1 extra damage on every attack. But still bad. This would give me more vulnerability. We're just gonna have to accept that we'll be vulnerable for the rest of the fight, I think. 1. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, I'm wondering whether or not there's a hand limit. I'm sure the hand limit must be 10. It usually is in this kind of game. Trash. Oh, we can look at our burnt cards in here. I see. Good to know. Very good. Is there anything new that I need to take into account? No. Alright. I'm on your side here. I think this is the turn to buy time, because we don't have enough actions to play all of this, and I can absolutely use that. We have 1 stack on the recall. This is recall. The influence is up here, and we have 2 stacks on that, so we do have enough for the buying time. Get that done. There's the initial rapport. Perfect, which defends the influence. Great. And now we again have 3 actions. Okay, we need to get Scruble out of the way. This will destroy half their resolve. Perfect. Do we have the one that damages all of them? No, but we can try to draw a card, and we might find it. That's the instincts. Diplomatic instincts. 1 out of 9. And we can improvise here, that draws a card. We can do Visionary Fast Talk, that would draw a card. This is interesting. I'm gonna do Promoted Thinking. I am gonna go for Tall Observation. And just attack the main. No, let's get rid of the Scruble. But we are going for the one that damages all arguments. That would do more if I focus on... but now, when I'm lowering her main argument, I get less out of the Scruble then. So at that point, might as well just get that out of the way. Yeah. Alright. Draw a card on the Visionary Fast Talk. There's the Boosted Pedal, which we could use here, yes. We do need some composure on this one over here, otherwise I'm about to take 2, which then becomes one resolve damage here, which isn't that bad, but damage is damage, I don't want it. So let's do the Boosted Backpedal, defend the Strawman, get rid of the Intimidate, do another Intimidate, but whatever. 0 actions remaining, but we still have 1 that's free here. Lots of damage. Anything that we need to level? Yes, the Plead. Losing an influence, but that's fine. Okay. Good round, for sure. Lots of comboing. Card stolen deflection, no biggie. Okay, we shuffled our deck, so we... Well, we got this thing back already. Perfect. There's so much to keep track of. I'm trying to look at all the little things. Yeah. We got 5 incoming on the influence, but we're about to win, so it's just about leveling the cards a little bit. We will get the deflection up. We will get the evil eye up. And then the plead will finish it so that we level that one. A little bit. Not all the way. Pick negotiation card. Now we can consider the decline to not fill our deck, but let's look at the cards before we do stuff like that. Oppress. If this card destroys an argument, gain 1 dominance. This is dominance boosts hostility cards. Not interested in that right now. Second Wind. Gain 1 action for every 3 cards in your discard. Interesting. And it expands, which thins the deck and allows me to do more shenanigans. Which is great. Thinking about it. Then we have Build Rapport. Gaining more influence, which is necessary, and applying composure to it. Defending the influence, which is also important. It's a pretty weak argument, but it's really, really strong if you can use it right. So, is Dominance also a 2 strength, 2 resolve card? Yeah, it's also a 2 resolve argument. Yeah, I thought maybe that one would be stronger. Interesting. For sure. Second Wind is a good combo card for what we're already doing. This one is common, this one is uncommon. Wow. Scooter Gang is running amok in my town again. Good old Denmark and the Scooter Gangs. Alright, Second Wind. Go. There's a good chance that we see the Build Rapport again. Low chance that we see the Second Wind again. This one doesn't fill in the deck that much anyway. Help me out here. This isn't over. Water skulls off and you continue. Look at me winning everything with talking. But I promise that the next run will be more focused on combat. I'm gonna try to do like a hostility / real fighter type. I didn't mean to go for the full-on diplomacy here, but it's working out so well that I can't stop. Right, and now we're in the combo, gotta follow through. So, let me go to the Grog and Dog. I was gonna pick up Hixbury. Go to your room. I'll just pop into my room. Fine. Call Hixbury. Give it a little pet. Adorable. And then take Hixbury with you. New party member. Well, old party member. Open map and say, that's it for this time, folks. We did a lot of negotiating in this particular episode. I think 3 in total, which is quite a bit. So, yeah, I hope it was a good one. See you in the next one, and bye-bye.